Guys.
Welcome back to the Metal Jukebox on iRiseRadio.com. Having a bit of fun here while Terrorist of Consciousness was playing. Got the guys from Six Prong Paw with me tonight, Nick Williams and Josh Moore. Guys, what's that song about? Are you getting any calls from the government? Is the CIA hounding you? You use the word terrorist. I'm a terrorist.
Right. It's kind of like just I'm trying to, like I said, getting back to this whole zeitgeist thing. I'm trying to inform people at my shows that I'm not gonna be there to fill their heads full of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I care about the people that come to our shows. I care about my friends and my family, and I want to make them aware of some of the things that I know about, that I've studied about. You know, and if you get into the lyrics and study them, you'll kind of understand what I'm saying. You know, it's
right.
I'm not really trying to create a fantasy world for people with the lyrics that I'm singing. You know, I'm trying to open their consciousness up into a different realm and a different way of thinking. You know, not that I'm the higher power and I think differently than anybody else, but you know, there's just some things that I think that need to be exposed, and some things that I want people to hear me say. So I'm kind of, in a way, I'm invading the listener's mind and the listener's kind of thought pattern with the lyrics. So in a way, I'm actually the terrorist, and that's why I say that I'm the terrorist of consciousness.
I'm the one to make you think different.
In fact, sometimes people need to be reminded of reality, and like you said, not live in that fantasy land.
And it's not, you know, I get it. I don't want to be negative either, you know, because everybody wants to live in a fantasy land, and reality really does suck, you know. But you know, it's
not as bad here as it is some places.
Right? Yeah, it's not.
Could be worse, right?
Right.
You know, and that's the thing is, you know, I'm not here to bash on America or anything.
You know, we got it good. You know, it's a good thing. It's better than everybody else's. So let's not pay attention to these other guys over here that are, you know, living really well. You know, and everybody thinks, oh, I'm good. I'm just running my thing and my life's good. Well, did you realize how much better that these other people are living because you're working harder, you know, and you're making the ants go around, kind of.
And your wages are staying the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not part of the 1%.
Right. No.
You know, and I ain't got
there's not many that there is.
I ain't got nothing against people that work hard.
None of them are listening,
what,
probably, even. The 1%.
They do.
They're drinking tea somewhere, you know, hanging out with George Bush somewhere. And
right.
Yeah, if I get an email about tonight's show from Donald Trump, then we'll be in business, right?
Yeah. Just tell him you're fired. That's the awesomest.
I guess last thing I do want to say about that, and one of the reasons I wanted to play the song tonight, you got video for it, which is great. But yeah, that's just bottom line. That's a no fucking around kind of song.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I love it. You know,
it really is.
Throwing heavy in your face.
Right.
Yeah.
Well said. I'm not going to add anything else to that. With that, let's go back to something we kind of talked about earlier, and ironically, you know, I mentioned a little bit about Pantera. I hear a little Pantera. Like I said, there's some Vinny, and you're playing a couple songs. I hear some Phil.
Oh, yeah.
You know, out of you, Nick. You're not just a melodic singer. You know, when you want to get down and angry, God damn it, you get down and angry, and I like that. You know, because there's kind of I've narrowed you down. All right, there's 3 different guys I hear, Nick, which is great. You know, because most singers you hear one guy. And that's really cool. But we talked earlier about how so many metal bands for so long were just producing the same thing. You know, it was almost like there was just one producer in the world going, okay, you're going to sound like this, and the next 10 guys that come in here after you, you're all going to sound like this too.
Yeah, this is doing good now, so let's just keep doing this. Right. This is great. Everybody likes this.
Yeah, and that just gets to a saturation point where you're like, all right, enough's enough already.
Yeah, and metal and rock aren't.
That's like a metal political thing where fans got to go, okay, hey, I don't want to listen to the same Trivium album over and over again by 10 different bands.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, We want it different.
Well, see, I can even remember when Korn first came out, listening to them, I was like, man, I don't like these guys. They sound just like Pantera.
Right.
I don't think that anymore, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it was just, people are so, quick to jump to something to compare it to, you know, even myself, everybody does it. It's just, it's kind of a human way of doing things.
Well, and look back at that time too. I mean, Vinny and Dime and Rex and Phil. I mean, those guys were pioneers for the sound that they had created. After they got out of their more glam era. Because people don't even realize that they kind of had a couple records before that they had clean vocals, different style, and all of a sudden, Dime came out and said, "Get the fuck out of my way, because I'm gonna change the world."
Yeah. Well, I think the thing with bands is that they start, especially when they start out young. I mean, I think that's one thing that we kind of got in common with Pantera is you start off young and you're all kind of in the same. Y'all know each other really well,
right?
Yeah, and you're following kind of, Pantera was following a trend then.
Yes.
And young people are very impressionable to trends. And same thing with bands. When you start off as a band young, you're impressionable to different trends, and as you grow older, you start realizing, hey, I don't really need to be like that. I can be myself. I can do something that nobody else is doing. All I have to do is just not follow the fucking trend. You know what I'm saying? And I guess, that's, I hope that goes away someday. I'm not sure if that
guys
ever
making
will.
bands going, okay, we want to sound like Black Dahlia Murder, so let's find 4 guys that want to sound like Black Dahlia Murder, and we'll make a band that sounds like Black Dahlia Murder because that's what we like and what we want to do.
And that's how bands start.
Because we think that's premium, which it is, but those same guys need to just go, okay, we like this band, we like a lot of stuff, let's just play what comes out between the 5 of us or whatever, within liking that, well, I like the Doors too, well, let's do Black Dahlia and Doors songs,
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad that for as much of that as there is, there's shining through the cracks. About you guys, but the band Gojira.
Yeah,
dude, I love it. And you got the shirt on.
Yeah,
that's the coolest one.
Yeah,
that's
Mario designed that shirt actually.
Really?
Yeah. And speaking of drummers, holy shit, huh?
Premium.
Yeah.
No, yes, love
and those
listening
guys,
to them
I
every day.
can't fit them in a box.
Same
either.
with me. Yeah, I can't. That's what I like about them. Every song's different. Every album I get's different. I like every single song. It's like it's hard to go wrong with them.
I will tell you right now, if you have not, do whatever you have to do. Sell your blood. Get a ticket to see that band play live.
Yeah, I've heard they're pretty good.
It's incredible. It makes their records sound like shit.
Good.
And the records sound good, obviously.
Yeah.
But that live experience, those guys are so tight. I mean, it's incredible, man. So, hell yeah to Gojira. So
Yeah, they could play anything. They could play a country song and it would sound like Gojira. It wouldn't sound like anybody else.
Yeah.
And that's what you gotta get. Yeah.
And again, I'm not a player, and I wish your guitar players were here so I could pick their brains. But both Joe and Christian, they don't. There's no leads in any of their song, so like no solos, and neither guy's a whammy bar. I'm like, oh, that doesn't compute. I'm used to just the shredders of the world, right? Yeah, exactly. Like the twin guitar attack, that bands like Slayer and the other thrash bands have. So
well, that's the thing too. That's all about the song when it kind of narrows down songwriting is like we don't have solos in all our songs either, but it's really about if the song calls for it. Whereas like in the 80s and the
there
90s,
was a time in the band we were like no solos.
Yeah, there was no solos.
We're like, it's not happening. The Victim doesn't have solos in it. There's like one.
You know what? Now that you
For like
mention
a
it,
minute.
There's 2 solos.
Very little though. We don't have
But the song called
Randy
for it,
Rhoads version of that album.
Right.
No, it's just
The song called for it.
Well, speaking of solos, I want to play another track now off Mapping the Void, and we're going to come back and talk about this song because there's a lot that stands out to me, and one of it for everybody who's listening, pay attention at 4:33 to the solo that goes on there because that's fucking A.
Yeah,
man.
Seth is a bad motherfucker, man.
It's great. Yeah. So let's play the next track off Mapping the Void. This song is called Sign-Feld by Prong Paw.
I'm in.
Judgment has been there. Pull my ass out of this
Welcome back to the Metal Jukebox on iRiseRadio.com. You just heard Sign-Feld by the band Six Prong Paw. Josh, I got to hand you credit. I love anytime you end a song with a blast beat.
Hey, it's the way to do it.
That harkens back. We were talking about Anthrax during the song there, and speaking of a guy playing blast beats, look at Charlie, man. He's often credited as the inventor of the blast beat.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I guess there is some.
I don't know.
I
don't know what the
inventor
reality
of blast
of that
beats is done by the drummer of Napalm Death.
Love Napalm Death.
He was the first guy to do a back and forth, just a power ride and snare.
Once again, I need to plug this. We're playing with Napalm Death at the Full Terror Assault Festival in Illinois on September 11th. So get your tickets right now. They're actually $30 for the whole weekend right now.
Is it a 3-day?
It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay. And they're $30 actually right now for the whole weekend until the 19th, and then after that they go back to $99 for 2 tickets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of great bands.
So it's a deal right now.
Yeah, Napalm Death, I Hate God,
yep.
Obituary,
Iron Reagan, Valiant Thor.
Reagan. Speaking of crossover, that'll be a good one. So, the song Sign-Feld. Play on words?
I mean, what is the deal about why did you guys make this song?
It kind of ties, like I said, it goes back to the whole Zeitgeist thing, but only it relates to me personally. Okay. And about how I guess I was before.
A daily life.
Yeah, the way I am and the way I wish I could be, but I can't because I feel like there's too many responsibilities going on in my life that I just can't be the way I really want to be.
Is this a song about rebellion?
Not so much.
It's about stupid life.
No, just really about stupid life, and that's really kind of why we named it Sign-Feld. Seth was actually over at my house, and
it's a song about nothing.
I was kind of stressing out about writing the lyrics for it because I'd had the song for. This song was actually going to be on the last album. We took it off because we had too many songs already.
Okay.
And I've stressed out probably for 2 years writing the lyrics for the song, and it was getting down to crunch time for a studio for going and recording the lyrics, and I actually like to write lyrics under pressure and know I got this deadline that I think I write better, but Seth was at the house and they stopped over for a minute and I was writing lyrics and I was like I just want it to be a song about nothing. And I can't think of a cool name for it. He's like, just call it Sign-Feld. I was like, all right. And I was like, sweet, I'll do that, and I'll just spell it differently.
I did like that. Now it's funny. It's funny you mention all of that because lyrically speaking, this might be the song of all of your catalog that stood out to me the most. I made some notes. I'm like, geez, Nick, drinking. Smoking
tattoos and junk food. That's what we're doing right now.
You're basically
what we do.
Fuck you, I'm maxing these cards out, and I ain't paying it back.
Right.
Yeah. So I want to make sure
it is a little bit.
That Nick Williams is okay, and we don't need to get you a therapist.
Right.
I probably do need therapy, but I think alcohol and drugs do a good job.
Yeah, we're good people in general.
My wife helps out, right?
Might be cheaper than a therapist anyway.
But yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Now, the last thing I want to mention, and we kind of talked about this before, but again, that solo at 4:33, Seth plays, right?
Yeah.
And he just
pretty phenomenal.
He's wanting to take on Gary Holt in a battle of the shredders there, man.
And like I was saying during the break, I mean, he didn't have a solo for that song, and he's like, I'm just gonna try to write one while I'm there, and he's got this is a little portable studio with his computer and stuff like that, and he's like, I'm just going to try to write one over there. And so I did my guitar tracks, we did bass tracks, and he did his rhythm tracks and stuff like that. And the whole time we're there, he's working on the solo. And he just comes in there and rips it. And I was like, dang, dude. That was a very, very good. And that's where I kind of get at. I honestly think that artists write better when they're on a deadline and they're pressured.
Yeah.
Because they just pull out the fucking tricks from who knows fucking Pluto and fucking it's awesome. And I told him when he cracked that solo, and I remember hearing it a little while back after it was mixed down. I go, dude, that and I'm a guitar player. I've been playing since I was 10. I know guitar, and I was like, dude, that's seriously like one of the best solos.
Yeah.
I think I've ever heard.
I didn't go to the studio when they did the guitars or whatever, and they came back, and all of them, the only thing they would say to me, even individually at different times, the only thing they said about it, they were like, "Oh, dude, Seth Solo, man, Seth Solo, Seth Solo." That's all I heard about. It's like, "Oh, how'd the recording go?" "Oh, Seth Solo, man, Seth Solo."
Never mind, I
And then
just
I talked to
burned
Seth, and he's
5,000
like, "Yeah, dude, I did a
calories playing
sweet
blast
solo."
beats for you guys.
I'll tell you something about Seth. Seth's only been in the band for about a year and a half. Coming out of Auditive Levitation, we had guitar player issues, and he was online doing playthroughs. He's got a bunch of, he's got his own YouTube page where he does playthroughs and stuff like that. And I had seen one of his playthroughs, and we'd played with him once before. And I was like, "Dude, we're looking for a guitar player." I was like, "Why don't you come over with me and we'll write some stuff. We'll just hang out, play guitar. I'll hook us up through the fucking studio, and we'll just fucking jam out and trade ideas and stuff like that." He said, "Cool." And he's like,
He's a whole new light on the band. He's
dude.
brought us.
And it's like, we feel like we've known him for like ever, dude. He just fits in so good with us,
It's nice when you get that natural fit.
He's made us,
it's crazy.
even when we were stuck in a rut, I remember when you're like a little kid and you're like, when you're on that band hunt, your metal is just grabbing your balls, and you're just everything. This is cool. This is new. This is cool. Well, as you get older a little bit, you kind of get down, and then you're the guy. "Well, I don't like Metallica unless it's Kill 'Em All." I didn't listen to anything after that. I like Sepultura, Rise, and that's it. We get that way when they're, what I'm saying? We were even talking about like Anthrax and all that stuff, but Seth was coming at me when we first met. He's like, "Oh, dude, you gotta hear this band. You gotta hear this band. You gotta hear this band."
Yeah, that's
And then
normally
I heard him, and I'm
doing
like,
that.
I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "This is awesome." He brought out, he brought out the kid in me when it
Right.
comes to finding these new bands. It's like how I was. But it's brought me to now where I wasn't doing that. I was like, "I know it's cool. I know everything cool."
He
What?
pretty much introduced me to Gojira.
New bands?
I wasn't really out. That's the thing is, I don't really listen to too much music anymore. I don't go out and
he's
seek
made
bands
me
out.
just boom.
I'm just recording my own shit and doing whatever I want. And then Seth is like, "Dude, you gotta listen to some of this shit. Listen to Gojira." I'm like, "Okay." And I was like, "God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Holy
Where
fuck.
have I been?
Why
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
those
listen
guys
to
do
this
that.
fucking band?"
You're like, "God, I'm
You know?
retarded."
Yeah.
Everything I need to be listening because there's.
Yeah.
And as a drummer, I've always been a drummer where I like to watch the guys. Drummers are pushing the barrel these days. There's a whole different scene with just drummers that go, "Okay, there's this. Well, I'm going to do it like this. And I'm going to do it one more." And there's the next guy going, "Oh, he did it. Well, I'm going to push his one more."
Yeah.
Apparently, that's causing the delay on the next Gojira record. They were supposed to come out with a new record this year, but Mario. Mario had a bunch of stuff, and he threw it all away.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. And Joe, his brother Joe, it's like, "God damn, man, he's pushing me because I got to keep up with this guy, and sing at the same time."
Yeah.
And so apparently Mario's trying to do some more complicated things than even he's been doing in the past. At least from things I've read. So it sounds like the next Gojira record's going to be just a
Cool.
total
That's
killer.
what you got to do to keep it fresh and new. You got to keep that little light there that's in your soul,
Right.
that makes you love music. And unless you keep trying to find the next thing, then you're just going to be stuck in the "I like Kill 'Em All."
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You got to get out, and that's not good. That's not cool.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
you
before I
definitely
forget, I know Seth couldn't join us tonight, but make sure you pass on the double horns. He
For
made
sure,
that
man.
whammy his bitch.
gotta-
Right.
He did.
And I loved it. So speaking of different, I want to play something now off another record. I chose the song "Freedom or Nothing at All." What record is that off of?
That's
again?
off of Victim of Mainstream America.
Okay, and there's definitely a reason I picked it. Let's play the track. We'll come back and we'll talk about it a little bit. This is "Freedom or Nothing at All" by Prong Paw. Welcome back to the Metal Jukebox on iRiseRadio.com. That was Freedom or Nothing at All by Prong Paw. Nick, got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why so angry?
That song's kind of about a chick.
Then I understand.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Hey, it's free or nothing at all. I mean,
Freedom or nothing at all. Yeah, it's about kind of being controlled by a chick, and I didn't really want to do that anymore. And so that's really what it's about.
There's so much I love about the song. You know, your vocals are, to me, you know, dynamite. That's a fucking metal vocal.
Definitely.
Song. Not that your other songs aren't, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I love angry, and I love angry music, and I love angry people,
one.
and you know, I mean, like, you know, I'm a disciple of Henry Rollins from Black Flag back.
Dude,
in the day,
I've been
you know,
watching so much Henry Rollins.
Right.
Such a wonderful
Say it. Talk about somebody who's
I love
angry,
it.
right?
I just love him.
Yeah.
I watch him and I go, yeah, yes, yes. That's all I can say is like, yeah, you know.
And to me, Freedom or Nothing at All, I mean, it just stands out. You know, it's short, it's sweet, it's to the point.
Yeah.
And it's the haymaker you never see coming. You know,
For sure.
before you know, you're kind of looking up at the sky, and you get up off the ground, and you're like, "What the hell just happened to me?" Yeah, right. Freedom or Nothing at All. That just happened to me.
Yeah, right.
You know, and you know, Josh, you know, the double bass there at the end, you know, just crushing. I mean,
Yeah,
do you ever get tired? You know, having to play that?
I actually play kind of relaxed and.
Yeah, there's a whole technique
Just
to it.
calm,
If you
yeah,
learn the
just-
right technique, it doesn't wear you out.
Mm-hmm.
Just like singing, if you learn the
Right.
right singing techniques, you're not gonna get wear out.
So speaking of singing, you know, I hear you know, a couple different styles. One of the first, you know, videos I saw you post on Facebook really stuck out, and we're gonna play that song tonight. But you know, I called it a Lane Staley quality, you know, to your voice. Which,
Kiss, kiss.
and I'm like, God damn it, that's cool. I haven't heard that sound in so long, you know, since those early Alice in Chains days, like we were talking about, you know. And then every now and then, I'm like, well, wait a minute, is it Lane or is it Scott Weiland? You know, I hear some Scott Weiland in there too, you know, and I'm like, God damn it, this guy's he's got some range. And then you just go and you get pissed off and angry, and
Right.
you know, fuck it, Freedom or Nothing at all. You know,
Right.
I call it
All
Sam
right.
Kinison.
Ironic you mentioned
Lane
that. We're not
Staley,
too far
Scott
around
Weiland,
the corner
and
from
Sam
you know,
Kinison.
Rick
There it is.
Rest in peace, baby.
Sam was metal, wasn't he, for
Fucking
a comedian?
right.
Shit, yeah.
For what I've
It's a
seen.
comedic
anyways.
metal show.
Well, I want to keep things rolling along. I want to play two more before we bid you adieu. Next track I want to play is a song called Rest in Motion, and that is off the initial EP.
Yep.
Right,
the
that you guys came
the
out.
second EP.
Self-titled, Prong Paw.
Self-titled, yeah.
Karen, are you ready? Let's play.
Wow, I don't think I've heard this song in a little while.
I'm ready. I'm
In a
ready
minute.
for you.
Well, then let's go with Rest in Motion by Prong Paw.
Back again, you sucker, demo stick, 'cause now you're tomorrow's fucking Friday. Better have my goddamn money, or am I gonna have to pass to you and pay out what you owe me? Best friends make better enemies. Best friends make better enemies. Rest in motion. No one can tell you what to do. No one will follow you in truth. I know I sound egotistic, but Cause now you, cause now you,
Welcome back to the Metal Jukebox on iRiseRadio.com. That was Rest in Motion by Six Prong Paw. Now I picked this song because, a little bit serious, and I'm going to make a comment that to me at least is funny, and I really hope you guys get the reference. But first of all, who owes you money? Tomorrow's fucking Friday, and you better have my goddamn money. And second question, related to that, do you have Stewie Griffin on the payroll?
Yeah. We have Bitch Stewie.
Yeah. Bitch Stewie.
It's just about friends of ours that owe us damn money.
Yeah.
They go, oh man, we'll get you the ball, man. We'll get you the
Pretty
ball.
self-explanatory.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
basically it. It wasn't no specific thing I was talking about. It's just douchebags.
Where's my money, man?
Just douchebags that we hang out with that always want to borrow money, but they always want to take, but never want to give.
Have my money by Friday here.
Kind of what it's
Nothing
about.
will happen.
I can't lie. Those two lines alone were why I picked that song.
Yeah, that's my favorite too. No, it's crazy. Yeah, I like the same.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about that before you get here. 'Cause
Everybody's
I haven't met
wanted
you
to say
before
that
today.
to someone at one time in their life. You know,
Right.
like, come on,
Where's my fucking
I
money?
need it now.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, God, I'm not gonna fuck around with that, man.
Right. So I guess the last time I borrow you $5, mister.
So Ken, that's another song that shows kind of another side of you guys. You vocal style. Like I said, I hear some Lane Staley, I hear some Scott Weiland, and then you just decide you're gonna get all pissed off.
And Sam Kinison,
yeah,
that shit.
and then
Yeah,
Sam
just
comes
whatever.
out.
Right.
And all of it. Each singer you decide to be, it all sounds good. And again, a lot of guys can't pull that off, which goes back into why it's hard to put Six Prong Paw into a box.
What's crazy is when Nick started playing, he was a guitar player, and really, where we're from, there's not good singers. We don't have it. He actually started singing because nobody else could do it or even try, and he's like, well, I'm going to be that dude. I'm going to start doing it, and I'm going to do it in a singing motion or a fashion where that, it's more understandable and not just the death metal screamo stuff, because really where we're from, pretty much all local bands and all singers and everything around there is just screaming singers. And Nick was like, well, I want to do it different. Right. But yeah, he played guitar, didn't have any fathom of being a singer, but there was just nobody to do it.
Sometimes necessity brings everything to
sure.
light. You took the Dave Mustaine route.
Yeah.
Definitely on
Got the
necessity.
shit!
Right? Dave didn't want to be the singer of Megadeth, but
Right.
you know what? He had no choice at that point.
And still this day, I get on. Sometimes we'll play. We were in North Carolina, and we were booked in a place that we probably shouldn't have been booked at. But anyways, we were booked playing there, and Josh and I got up there, and I played guitar, and he played some drums, and we had a guy get up on stage and rap and stuff like that, and it was really fun, dude. It was really fun getting up there and playing guitar again. It was cool. It was really fun.
So you're pretty much cemented now as the singer of the band.
Yeah, pretty much. I would like to do some songs where I play guitar sometime in the future.
I like
again.
him playing guitar.
Now you
Now that
probably
he doesn't have a
can-
guitar, he gets on stage, he's like, I don't know what to do with my hands, you know?
Yeah, it is. It was a bit
He's
of an
used to
adjustment
the-
period with that, for sure.
But I'm sure being a guitar player also helps you contribute to the songwriting process.
Definitely, yeah, I do that quite a bit. Yeah, I'm always writing, and yeah, I think I recorded.
He plays guitar all the time.
Recorded
Yes,
3
he is a
songs
guitar
on the
player.
CD. So yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to play one more track tonight before we exit the show. But before we play that, 'cause that'll be the last thing we do, I just want to make sure everybody out there in Metal Land knows how they can consume Six Prong Paw. Where can they go to get more music?
The best place to go to get our music is from our website, sixprong.com. You can download our stuff from sixprong.com cheaper than any of the corporation sites that are out there, and you all know what I'm talking about, because everybody and their brother can get on those big corporation sites, but not everybody can sell their own music on their website. And I highly regard, people doing that these days. I mean, the technology's out there. Educate yourself. The internet's there, and I think it's gonna replace college someday. But the technology's there to do that yourself and to maintain your own way of life with your music. And we're not making a huge amount of money by any means with it, but
we're not making any money.
Yeah, I mean. But the technology's there to sell your own music from your website. Just learn how to do it. You don't have to rely on big corporations to do that for you.
So speaking of making money, in addition to the music, you got merch for sale too on the site?
There's merch for sale on the site, and all that stuff's for sale on there.
What about upcoming shows?
Upcoming shows, we actually are playing. Our next show will be at Simon's After Dark in Allen Park. We'll be playing. That's the July 25th. That's next weekend. Or no, not next weekend, the weekend following weekend. So all you Detroiters out there that are into us, come hang out with us and have a beer. And then after that we're playing at Old Town Tavern in Hastings, Michigan, which is our hometown, small town. It's in between Grand Rapids and Battle Creek and Lansing and all that. That's on the August 15th.
15th.
Yeah. And then we're
15th.
And then September 20th, we're playing at the Music Factory for a Project Independence thing, some Independence Music Awards thing that they do. I don't really know what it is, but it seemed like a cool opportunity. So we're doing that. And then, like I was boasting earlier about the Full Terror Assault Festival, which is September 9th, 10th, and 11th, or 10th and 11th and 12th. We'll be playing there. That's in September.
So the shows leading up to that are probably going to be pretty good.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Warm-up shows for you guys.
Well, we just got off a big tour, really, what we were doing. So this is actually right, next month after. So we're kind of light with the shows at this next couple months.
Everything's still fresh.
Right.
For sure, yeah.
Because we're just kind of rebounding off the tour, try not to do too much, until the next, endeavor.
Yeah, and right now we're booking a tour for June next year that will be a month long.
Good.
Well, while we were on tour, we met a pretty cool manager / booking. Her name's Jamie Louise, and she actually just got her own radio station too, or radio program. But yeah, she's got a lot of contacts, and so she's gonna be doing our next tour.
She helped us out in the last tour.
Yeah, she helped us with some of the shows went bust and kind of got fucked up, and she actually kind of went out of her way. Got us a hotel room, because most of the time we were sleeping in the van, and she was like, "Hey, well, this show isn't gonna happen. It wasn't really her fault either. It was the other people's fault." And
she
was like, "Hey, I'm gonna put you guys up in a hotel room." So
that was a really shout out to Jamie then.
Yeah, for sure.
For helping saving the day. All right, I want to play one last track. Any closing words before we talk about this song real quick? We've told everybody where to go, what to buy, where to go see you guys.
I think you got a great show here.
Well, thank you very much.
You're really good at what you do.
That's
one of my closing words
tonight.
You're a pretty badass motherfucker.
Now, I think we may have a small special guest. I'm getting the horns over there, so it's about time she warmed up. To give us the horns, but Nick, your daughter Amelia is in the studio with us.
Amelia,
she looks like she's about to burst at the seams.
Come here.
She's got a smile ear to ear.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
I love the horns. You taught her well.
Right.
So the last song I want to say play tonight is to me it's been one that's it really shows the range of the band. And it's been one of those, and I told Karen, I think a good mark of a band, so I listen to it, and then I leave everything aside, and I kind of rest on it. But I was doing some things today with no music, and the song just kept coming back, like the earworm.
Yeah.
And I thought that's got to be a good sign. And that's a sign to me. That's a sign of a good
For
song,
sure.
good band. When it sticks out there enough. The song is Karmatic Delicacy. Am I saying that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Karmatic Delicacy.
It's definitely got what you call like a Middle Eastern vibe to it.
For sure.
It's a Middle Eastern food. It's very spicy.
Simple inspiration.
Very spicy. Yes, there's definitely. hints of.
I hear a little Metallica in this song.
Yes,
That's because
yes.
of the
Ladies and gentlemen, Lars
Son
Ulrich.
of a bitch.
And he kind of did it.
I did that on purpose.
He did it on purpose.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yes, I did do
Because
it.
he did it, and I was like, dude, that's Lars. Oh, like, don't do
Every
that.
time.
He's like, no, dude, this is my tribute to Lars. Fuck it, dude.
Yeah,
He's like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
I was like, all right,
That's
fuck
the
it, do
sad
it, man, whatever.
drum.
Except
Yeah.
I love the direction that you take with the song after that, because it's a
Sure.
pretty slow tempo song, but at the same time, god damn it, this song's heavy.
It is.
I mean, it's like
I rank it with doom metal, to be honest with you.
yeah, it's got
that's
kinda
my
almost
doom
a sludgy feel.
Yeah, that's my doom metal, outlet right there is that song. But it didn't. I guess people didn't really latch onto it like that, in any way. But that's the way I kind of look at it, because the lyrics are dark.
right.
The lyrics are pretty dark. They're basically about me and how I hate me. They're really just about how I don't like myself sometimes. And how I get a pretty
hard on himself.
I get a pretty good dose of karma because of it sometimes. So, but yeah, it's dark. It's a dark song.
It's a great song. I want to thank Six Prong Paw for joining us tonight on the Metal Jukebox. Nick Williams, Josh Moore, phenomenal.
Thank you for
players
having
in
us,
the
dude.
band.
This is
Thank you.
a really
A lot
great
of fun, yeah.
interview.
Good.
Really cool. Good
Amelia,
experience.
you've been rock and roll. Love you over there.
Say hey.
Anne's in the house too.
Yeah.
Anne, thanks for chauffeuring. We do appreciate
Yeah.
it. So
I
with,
totally fell asleep at the wheel.
without further delay, this is Karmatic Delicacy by Six Prong Paw. Welcome back to the Metal Jukebox on iRiseRadio.com. That was Karmatic Delicacy by Prong Paw. I want to give a shout out to that evil dude from Flash Gordon. And that brings us to the end of another hour of the Metal Jukebox, as heard on iRiseRadio.com. I've been your host, Jer Walker, and I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Special thanks to Prong Paw for spending time with us, making our ears happy. Join me again next Thursday at 8 o'clock when I will be talking about crossover thrash. Until next time, keep those horns high and good riddance.